What up, my Zillions? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys. I got a Vlogzilla for you, one that was recorded last night originally, and then I had to delete it. I didn't have to delete it, but I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on with my iPhone to MacBook Pro connection. It's not reading my iPhone anymore. I don't know what's happening. It knows it's there, but it's not like reading it in Photos and iMovie and iTunes. So last night I spent a good 3 hours plus trying to figure out what was wrong with this. Did a bunch of different fixes, and I spent some time today as well doing that, and can't figure it out. I have no idea right now. I've tried everything that I've seen online that I could do here in the house, and it's not happening. One final thing to try is I'm going to take my computer, go somewhere else, try somebody else's Wi-Fi. Somebody mentioned in a comment on one of the other fixes that didn't work for me that, you know, they had the same problem, and then when they left the house and went to somebody else's house and tried their Wi-Fi, all this stuff came up. So I don't know. I will give it a shot. If not, I'm gonna have to take my stuff into the Apple Store and see if they could figure out what's going on, because that's really important for me. I'm very low tech, you know, like I try to not go too crazy. I record with my iPhone. It's right now for me personally, it's the easiest, and the quality is pretty good, really good, and I'm able to get it right on the computer. Now I've created some little workarounds, both using AirDrop and Dropbox. So hopefully this video is going to be the first test of something longer and chunkier that's going to go through. We'll see how much time that takes. Hopefully we're all good here. You know, I can't update you right now because I'm here talking to you, so I don't know. Now, here's what else is happening. There was a lot of things I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if I'm going to talk about everything I talked about in that first video, which I had to delete again. But that's why I wanted to do a Vlogzilla. It's, you know, I could have done a channel update. I decided not to. Decided to do this. Just being able to yap through things is pretty good. And one of the things through yapping about is, you know, it's the end of the year, and usually the end of the year I have a lot of work to do. And this year has been probably to the highest level of stuff that I've had to do, and you know, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing, and I appreciate the work. But it's meant, you know, a lot of time cut out of Ultrazilla. You know, like this week especially, it's taken a hit. I've still gotten a bunch of videos out. Very proud of that. The Instagram's still been active. The Facebook's still been active. Yeah, you know, like it takes time to record these and to do whatever edits I might do. Like videos like this, it's very, very minimal. But like a review takes time. Especially a review like the Kong review I did. If you haven't seen it, please check out my Kong review. It's, you know, I felt like I was very, very comprehensive on this review with a ton of size comparisons. Everything you're gonna need to know about this Kong is in my reviews. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. I think it's a pretty cool figure. So, you know, like, it hasn't been too many of that, and, you know, that's also what I want to talk about. This is kind of channel updatey, because there's a lot to talk about as we head towards the end of the year. There's only a couple of weeks, a little bit over a couple of weeks left to this year, and we got Christmas coming up, and, you know, New Year's, and those are holidays, and, you know, that always takes some time. So, you know, I just wanted to update you guys also what's going on here, what's going to be going on here. Now, got a bit of bad news here for you guys. At this point, because of all the work I've had to do and the amount of time, real work that has taken it, I have to postpone my Devastator week once again, and please forgive me for that. I apologize. I really wanted to get that work in for this month, I'm gonna move it to January, which means, hey, good news. Giveaways are continuing into 2019, at least for the foreseeable future. Now, I don't feel really I feel bad about it, but because I gave away the Diamond Select Obsidian Fury, I feel like I should be in the clear with you guys, okay? I've given away a lot of stuff this year, but I still feel bad about it. I want to do that, not only for the giveaway of whatever Devastator I'm giving away, I'm not revealing yet which one it is, but because I really want to do these reviews. I want to get those going, but it's kind of going to work out, and that's because of the changes that's going to be happening to Ultrazilla Toys in the coming year. I've talked about this a lot. I've gotten way too much this year and last year, this year especially, and it's hurt me financially a bit, you know. It's bound to happen, you know, like, you spend a lot of money on this stuff. You know, and I'm gonna be scaling back just a bit next year, honing, you know, the channel a little bit, the collection a little bit, trimming down, being a more well-oiled machine, hopefully, as far as what you're gonna see from me. So you're not gonna see that anytime in the future, because I plan to get through almost all of my backlog of reviews. That's always a thing with me. I want to review it, and you heard me talk about this before. I really don't care about being first or last. That doesn't really matter to me too much. I do like it when I can be, you know, like, I don't go out of my way to do, meaning I don't, like, import things when I could get them here. If I can save money, and I got a great arrangement with Muteki Sales. They're great pals. I want to support them. I'll be talking about that more in a second. So that's really great. So I'm not going to change that. You know, I know a lot of people will import stuff that are domestic just to get ahead on reviews, and I won't do it. You know, that's not me. I don't do that type of stuff because that's extra cost that is not really necessary. At the end of the day, my review, my opinion will be up on YouTube, same as everybody else's. May not get those initial views, but I've noticed a lot of reviews that I've done in the past, if it's something people are interested in, they go and watch it, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? It'll be there to watch, and my whole goal is just to keep going, keep reviewing, and, you know, create this quantity of content that is there, and I think that gets picked up as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've done a lot of reviews, and I mean, check out my thumbnails. I put in the number of the review. It's a pretty substantial number for having started here on YouTube like 2.5 years ago. Let's talk about something else then, because I just mentioned that. If you didn't see my community post last night, I did a Facebook Live last night, and that's because my Facebook page, which preceded this channel, made its 3-year anniversary at the beginning of this month. I didn't even realize it right away, you know, because I'm so focused on YouTube. But that is super awesome. So I did a little thing there, and that's very, very cool. So if you haven't seen it, please go check that out. I'm very thankful for everybody here, everybody there, everybody that's now following me on Instagram. You know, that's just this year, the last like 5 months or so I've been doing that, and I really like that too. 5-6 months now. I don't know. I can't remember exactly when I started that, but it was this year, in the spring. And yeah, that, you know, Facebook, man, that's where it all started, and I'm really happy that that's continuing to grow as well. A little slower than the YouTube because of just the nature of what it is, but, you know, I appreciate it all the same. So I think I do the Facebook a little bit differently with all the focus here, even though like Facebook is like a lot more news bits. This is more reviews, you know, like, and I don't really super share the news bits on Facebook too much. I try to keep it within its own universe, and a lot of that is because, and even with reviews, I'm like, kind of slow down a bit of like how much I'm sharing it as far as Facebook, because some Facebook groups have like, and I've talked about this in the past too, like just not cool with it. They're like very focused on their own group, even though it's a group and, you know, everybody should bring their own thing, and you'd figure within that genre, people want to see this stuff. If somebody else shared my stuff, what's the difference? You know, like, kind of very, very strange. Unless you're a big name and then you're them. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't get it. So I'm trying to like be more within my own like Ultrazilla universe, if that makes sense. I do share with a lot of friendly groups that are very, very cool, and I appreciate all of you guys. But to the ones that, you know, unfortunately have become meh, yeah, not cool. Very, very not cool. You know, there's one group in particular that the founding leader of that group would not have appreciated it, you know, but he's no longer with us. Yeah. It just makes me sad. But anyway, that aside, actually, you know what? I'm going to make a cut here, see how this uploads, and then we'll continue. Alright, gang, that worked. So I'm very, very happy right now. Actually, I feel like it worked better than using the USB cable. How about that? So, I was starting to depress myself also, and I wanted to just breathe and do a reset there. But let's talk about a new toy that I picked up yesterday. And, if you saw my Instagram earlier today, I got the Power Rangers Dino Thunder. I got this yesterday at Walgreens, White Ranger, and I'm really happy about that because I hadn't. It's been on Amazon for a while, but like at like a third-party site, and it was like too expensive. And then it hasn't come into. It has come into stock in a bunch of other places, but all for too much. And I was just kind of waiting for a regular retail price, honestly, on this one. Because I don't want to spend more money on this line that's going away. But I really wanted this guy. I really wanted to check him out, you know. I've been collecting the line from the beginning, so except for the Psycho Rangers, who I have zero interest in. The problem is with this figure is, are we gonna get? I mean, I don't remember. I don't have this currently here. I mean, right, like at this moment, it's probably somewhere in the back on my shelf there. The rest of the pieces to this, but I'm pretty sure this is not the final piece here. I just can't remember which ones we've gotten and which one we're missing. I want to say it's got to be a female ranger, right? I know I heard some news, but are we not getting the final piece of this Dino Megazord? Because if you guys know, let me know. Because again, the news escapes me right now, and I'll have to like. I know there was something along those lines that was happening that we weren't getting. Something wasn't completing. I don't know if it was this. I can't recall, and it might be. But that's really not cool, Bandai America, because I want to complete this Megazord. That's the main reason why I've gotten all of these. And if you're watching this, which I doubt, but guys, like, you should like, for everybody that's here, you know, like, get us a piece somehow. Get us the final piece. You know, this might be the final piece, so I don't know. But this figure actually looks very nice. It's not too loose, kind of like the Red Ranger review recently. It feels good. So were these guys getting better towards the end here? I don't know. Now, I talked about how things were going to change in the new year. The one thing I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not going to reveal everything. There are changes happening to my collecting habits and what I'm going to be collecting. It's, you know, I feel like from the response I get to certain reviews, you're not gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially with all my backlog, you gotta see the same, you know, all the same things here for the foreseeable future. But as far as the things that's gonna be coming in, as far as I'm pre-ordering and getting, it's definitely gonna be a little bit more focused in the next year. And I'm not going to reveal quite yet everything, but I think you'll be able to gather which way I'm going as the year goes on. The one thing I will tell you, and I started saying this, is I will be getting the Hasbro Power Ranger stuff. Which stuff yet is I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going in on the Beast Morpher, like Megazord stuff, because I do have the Go Busters Megazords, so I don't know if I really want to go there, but we'll see how they look. You know, they might look really cool and really fun. But definitely the figures. It might be, and here's a spoiler, it might be like some of the only human figures you'll see new here for a bit, with some exceptions. So that might reveal a little bit of where I'm going with things. But, you know, this is a really nice looking figure, and this is going to be the next thing I review, guys. So as soon as I get a chance to, like I said, I have a lot of work to do, and right after, I did some work right before this, which made me feel like, okay, let me give this, you know, vlog another go, and I'm going to continue working, and then I'm going to, like, work on this. So as far as the rest of the year, I've talked about the Devastator thing. I'm gonna try to get out as many reviews as I possibly can. It's probably not gonna be as many as I've been wanting to do. Like, I've liked doing 2 a day. I love doing, you know, every 12-hour schedule. 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. seems to be a really good schedule, and I like that schedule because 9 p.m. is a very good time, I've noticed, for the premieres. Now, I'm not gonna do a ton of premieres here, but I would like to do at least like 1 a month or so if I can. Depending on what it is. It seems like you guys, you know, responded well to the new thing and the couple new things I did with like Mechagodzilla and Kong, and then the big unboxing, and not so much to, you know, a couple of things that were like people had already reviewed. So understandable. People want to come out as quick as possible to see that. So in those terms, I understand, you know, why it's good to be first and stuff, but I can't do it with everything. I've mentioned that. Now, so I want to talk about something else that I started mentioning before. I'm finally getting, and I'll do an unboxing or something haul video, finally picking up my, you know, Tamashii stuff that I get through Bluefin, through Muteki sales. This Tuesday, I'm picking up that stuff. Which includes Godzilla Earth and Mega Man X, Ultraman X, and Gamera 3, and Soul of Chogokin, Zambo Ace. 4 awesome things, hopefully, and I'm going to be picking that stuff up, but it's like crazy late, like, and that's not Muteki's fault, that's Bluefin's fault. I've seen multiple retailers just getting their stuff in now, in the last week. That is pretty unacceptable. And I hope with the Bandai buyout of Tamashii that things get better there. I know right now things are probably in flux, and the reason why, and I've heard this a little bit, is there's a transition period happening right now where, you know, people are like kind of figuring out where they're going to be, what they're going to be doing there, and that's understandable. Okay? You know, like, but this is the longest period right now that I've ever had to wait for any of my stuff. And that's, while I say the last thing isn't that important to me, and it's not, it just, as a collector, you know, you go crazy when you see a lot of your pals having this stuff already and being able to play with it and take photos and all that, you know, like, so as a collector, I really don't like that. So hoping, you know, next year we get actually closer to the Japanese release date. I know Bandai is a Japanese company, Tamashii Nations, and there's a lot of Japanese pride and business there, and they will probably not try to undercut their Japanese brothers and sisters, you know, stores. But the North American stores have always been undercut because of that, and now you guys own Bluefin. So you're going to be hurting yourself more directly now the longer you make us wait, because a lot more people are hip to the fact that you could just get things from Japan, which is, you know, probably around the same price as getting it here, because a lot of the cost of the shipping and whatnot is added into the U.S. or North American price, I should say, even more so in Canada. But hopefully it gets better, because I mean, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating, and it hurts because I don't want my friend's business to hurt. I personally want to buy my stuff through them, and if they're gonna make it worse, then that's not cool for anybody involved, So it's a really tough situation, and I hope they resolve it the right way and actually close that gap, and I hope they make maybe web shop stuff a little easier to obtain as well. So that's my thoughts on that. I can't wait to get the stuff coming in already. But you'll see that stuff this week, and we'll see how it factors into the top 18 of 2018, which, if you haven't heard, that's how I do my tops, at least till 2020, and then I'll go back to top 10s. But I like doing it that way. It takes away it makes the process a little more like, okay, this is all about every figure, how they all stack against each other, high end, low end, how do they fight against each other. Because it's all about my favorites and not like the technical best. Everything is about your opinion. In my opinion, it's all about your opinion. So, whenever I hear people really try to say this is the best because A, B, C, what does a figure do for you? Why do you like it? I've had X pluses next to Figma Teds as 1 and 2 in 2016. You can't get more further from each other. It's all about your opinion, and in my opinion, there's a lot of really good toys this year, and it's very hard to even get down to 18. I had whittled it down from about 40 pieces that I really liked that I listed to 18, and then I've gotten more things that have possibly influenced that list even further, including that Kong, including that Mechagodzilla. I'm not saying they are definitely in there, but they are making it interesting. This dude, Brother Mandibulus, is really nice. Ooh, his weapon went down. The top of his weapon went down. So there's stuff that I have to consider, and they do have a little bit of advantage because they're right here right now while I'm coming up with that list, and fresh. So hard, that's why these lists are always weird. It's very, very hard. I don't care what people say. It's very, very hard not to favor the fresh toy. It's just fresh in your head, fresh in your hands, and it's very hard. That's it. I do have some stuff that have been on my list since the beginning of the year that are still in the top 10. So that is a testament to that particular figure. So it's going to be a very interesting list. Still in the planning stage of how I'm going to do that, but the plan is to have that debut on New Year's Day, which is what I've done every year so far. Probably in the 9 p.m. slot. Probably going to do a premiere. Hopefully you'll be home. I think usually by New Year's Day nighttime everybody's home. Let's get together. We'll you're hearing it here first. What you're also hearing here first is between now and the end of the year, I'm not doing any more Ultra Z newses. Those take a lot of work on the back end, and I just got way too much actual real work to do that, and I'd rather put any time here right now, not that, besides this, but I had things to tell you guys about, into actual reviews, which will whittle away at my overall giant backstock of stuff. So that's something that I will be doing more of in the new year for sure. I love doing Ultra Z news, but please just check out my Facebook page for any of my opinions on any news items that are happening right now in the toy world. Still doing that there. So there you go. Just want to let you know about that. And I think, this Vlogzilla is done. I've talked about a lot of different things, gotten some opinions in about stuff, told you about a bunch of stuff that's happening here. And there you go. That's really everything I set out to talk about here on this Vlogzilla. And with the extra, oh my god, what's going on with all my connectivity here? But I think this is actually going to work out better for me. AirDrop seems to actually work faster than the connection. So that might be cool. You know, I don't know how it'll affect my reviews right now because I just started this week doing stuff a little bit different in the reviews. And as you've seen here, there's differences in Ultrazilla. New branding with the new color scheme of just black and white on the logo. The new thumbnails, which are they're easier, but they're more stark, and I really like that. It also has the numbering really big and focused on, because I am very proud of that. I know I said I was about to end this, but I remember I wanted to talk about this. Very, very proud of that. The fact that I've been able to do that many reviews in this amount of time. That's how I like working. I like working quick. I like doing a lot of things, and I hope you've dug it, you know. So, yeah, I wanted that to be a huge part because it does matter to me. You know, some people focus on, you know, the what they're giving you as far as that review package, like, you know, what they're adding to it and all the extras. But I mean, for myself and my channel, and for me, the way I work is I've always said, let's just bang things out, work on it. You know, what practice makes perfect. And that's how I really believe that, and I really love this, and I really love doing it as much as I possibly can, because, you know, for me, that's the only way to get better, and the only way to make me feel like I'm really contributing something more substantial to you guys. Then, you know, everybody's got their own thing. You know, you go to some people for the entertainment. You go to some people for their technical expertise. I don't know, for various things, I think. You know, maybe you just like somebody's reviewing style. Maybe, you know, you like their content of what they're reviewing. You know, for me, you know, like, I just like giving as much as I can. I feel like, you know, my opinions come from a pretty good place of knowledge, not only as a collector, but because of, you know, my job experiences in the past, and, you know, knowing a lot about manufacturing and a lot about what goes in behind the scenes at a toy company, you know, like, and my own artistic sensibilities, and my job is I know art, and I know design, and my wife has designed toys too, so it's like I like giving to this because I feel like I have something to give, and I hope you guys dig it, and I hope you guys have dug any of the changes I've done very recently in this last couple of weeks here, and it's going to continue, like, in my videos as well. I'm going to try to change things up a little bit here and there. You've already seen it, like, I just started this conversation, but didn't get to it, but that's why it's all train of thought here. With the photos at the end, it's something I thought about doing. I know some people have asked me to do that before, and I've resisted, but, you know, I figured if I could give it my own spin, and my own spin has been, what do these guys look like in battle with other figures? So that makes it fun for me, and that'll be my spin in it. So I hope you dig that. You know, I hope you dug what I've done there. It's just visually more exciting to see that over with my final thoughts over it than just the figure just standing there while I do final thoughts. So that takes a little bit more time, but I like doing it, and hopefully I might be going in and out of that for a little bit. But as we get closer to the beginning of the year and in the new year, that's going to be part of my review process for sure. Right now, it all depends on time and how things are going here with all the little problems I've been having and stuff like that. But for sure, that's going to be the new thing, and there's going to be other stuff I want to do. I want to do something at the beginning of the videos that hopefully I'll be able to do soon. I need one piece of equipment to be able to do that. But anywho, that's it. That's my Vlogzilla. It's a very long Vlogzilla, and if you stuck through this whole thing, I appreciate it. So, Devastator week, move to next month. I hope you understand. I hope you're having a great holiday season, not going too crazy with the Christmas shopping as far as getting in stores and getting what you need. Hope that is all going well. I will be talking to you guys in like a little haul coming up. And or an unboxing of the stuff I get this week. as well as I usually will do something between Christmas and a New Year or whatever, maybe even 2 things. So, you know, but this was very necessary for a number of reasons. Let you know about Devastator week, let you know about Ultrazilla, Ultrazilla News, let you know about everything that's happening here right now, because there is a lot of work to be done on, you know, the professional comic book lettering end. Please go get The Batman Who Laughs out now from DC Comics. Letter that. Also, LaGuardia #1 from Dark Horse Comics, Burger Books. That's also out right now. 2 current books out right now that you really should get. Also, check out 1000 on Webtoons. I letter that as well. So, there you go. A little plug for my pro-life stuff. Why not? Alright, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.